Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Pointy Not Sharp. Today we're taking a look at a South African ARMSCOR number 9 bayonet, which is obviously what we have here. And these were made to fit the British number 4 rifle, the Lyttelton rifle. So these were made by Lyttelton Engineering Works in Pretoria, which were a subsidiary of the South African State Arms plant, which was the ARMSCOR, the Armaments Corporation of South Africa. So South Africa had a number of number 4 rifles after World War II, and they used a variety of different bayonets on them. So they used the number 1, the number 2, the 2-star, the 3, and the number 9. They used virtually everything except the number 7. So on top of all of those bayonets for the number 4, they also made their own, which is what we have here. Now, this doesn't officially have a name. Well, according to Scannison, he's named it the SA pattern number 9 S6, but it doesn't have an official name that's known. So I'll just pull it out. We'll have a quick look at it. I'll move the scabbard out of frame for a second, actually. And I'll put down a regular number 9 next to it for comparison. So as you can see, the main change is the blade, both the length and the profile. So traditional number 9 has a Bowie point, whether this has a spear point. It appears to be modelled after a US number 3 fighting knife, or M3 fighting knife. But apparently the blade on the South African number 9 is identical to a Uzi submachine SMG bayonet, or the S1 as they call it in South Africa. And it appears that these were made in the 1960s, although there's not really any information as to the exact date they were manufactured and how many were made. Now, they were issued to local defence groups in South Africa. They were called commandos under the old South African commando system. I'm not too certain for what that system is, but apparently commandos were just local defence groups. And these bayonets typically came with one of two scabbards. They either came with the nylon Uzi type or the multi-purpose R1 scabbard. I don't have one to show you, but they would fit those to virtually everything. They were made of nylon plastic. The other type is what they called the M1 scabbard, or the scabbard for the M1 rifle. So the M1 is essentially the FAL, and they just use these FAL scabbards on these number 9 bayonets, and that's the scabbard that came with it. As you can see, it's pretty much, well, it is identical to my FAL Type A. Now, in terms of the actual blade itself, whether or not it's a repurposed Uzi blade or the blades were made new, that's not really known. What is known is that they are copies of the M3 fighting knife, or the profile the blade is anyway. I was looking up on Water Bayonets about these, and Cobb, who runs that website, had a good comparison photo. I'll put it up now. It's a photograph of, the top is this bayonet, and below it is a Uzi bayonet, and you can see the holes in the tang that would be riveted or screwed to the grip. And those holes obviously don't line up with the number 9 bayonet. So having a look at the number 9 bayonet here, you can see we've got 2 rivets, and neither of those line up. So if they were repurposed blades, then they've had to weld over and cut new holes, or they've just made new ones completely. Because as you can see, these neither of them are in a position that would fit with the previous Uzi blade. So we'll go into the construction of the blade very, very quickly. It's just a standard M3 fighting knife style blade with a long edge on one side and a false edge going halfway down the length, and comes straight down into the socket, which is the same socket we see virtually all these other bayonets. So you've got your two rivets holding it in place there, nice big shoulder, socket, and push button. Oh, very firm push button. And that just disengages the lug on the inside. So it's the same as all the spike bayonets, the number 9 and the number 7, the sockets, nothing special. And the scabbard here is just a foul type A scabbard, as I previously said. Now, there's not a single marking anywhere on the bayonet. I have, however, found a single marking here on the scabbard. Just wipe some of that oil away so you can see. And it looks like it's a J in a box, and underneath that, possibly a 1. I can't make out what it is underneath it. Some kind of marking there. There you go, you can have a look. Possibly a number. I don't know the significance of those. I don't know if they were added by South Africa or they were put in place by the original manufacturer of the scabbard, which would have been Belgium. If you do know, though, please comment below. I'd love to hear from you and find out. I'm pretty interested. But that's all I've got on this bayonet here, and thanks for watching. Again, if you have any other information, I've made any mistakes or anything else, comment below. I'd love to hear from you.